Okay, let's just make sure that I've got everything muted and stuff here so I don't hear myself speaking. All right, so just doing another stream today, working on some Tailwind UI stuff. So today what I'm working on is the actual Tailwind UI app. So this week me and Steve are spending the whole week just trying to get everything ready so that we can just be able to launch it sort of at a moment's notice so we can keep working on components up until the day that we plan to launch. So I want to make sure that all the actual stuff, like people being able to log in, people's purchases working, people getting their receipts, all that stuff is just totally working and nothing we have to worry about sort of at the 11th hour. So up until now, we've been just using the grossest half-assed login screens and stuff just for testing out the app. But the other day, Steve went ahead and designed a bunch of these screens. So this is kind of what you see after you purchase. You get an email with a link to sort of redeem your license. So you'll get a link to a page like this where it tells you kind of what bundle you bought and you can create your email and password. A couple different variations depending on different states, whether you're already logged in when you click the link or not. Stuff like resetting your password. Here's just kind of like a regular login screen. And then some account setting stuff, right? So that people can change their email, change their password if they want. Maybe they can view their receipt from when they bought it. We'll have to see if this is possible based on the service that we use. And then also kind of scaffolding out some of these more informational pages, like information about where to get support or where to see the license, stuff like that. Kind of just like almost not really administrative work, but just kind of like the meta work around the product. So I thought maybe a decent place to start would be this actual login screen. Carl asks, when do we plan on launching? End of the month. Our goal is the week of February 24th. And haven't announced anything more detailed than that quite yet, though. All right, so here's our login screen. This whole thing is just built as a really vanilla Laravel app for the most part. So we're using Blade for the templates. Like it's not like an SPA or anything crazy like that. I didn't buy a Mac Pro. I just bought the display. So this is my new display, but the resolution dropped way down so that it's not ridiculous on the stream. Okay, so let's just pull open Figma here. Again, this is like super unrehearsed. So we're just going to be kind of making it up as we go. So right now we're using this app layout. I can't remember what's in there. What is this? Layouts.app. So what's included in here? So this includes like the header and stuff like that, which I don't think we're actually going to want. I think we're just going to want the master layout. So how do I show the tabs? Tabs, view. Where's am I blind? The thing that toggles whether or not tabs are visible. Tabs. Oh, oops. Tab visibility. There it is. Oh, that's not right. Tab visibility. There we go. All right. I'm using VS Code because my Sublime text setup is not sorted out yet. I'm going to switch back though. VS Code is awful. Okay. So we'll keep some stuff. So this is going to be called body now. VS Code is terrible. It's truly bad. I wish it was good. I want it to be good, but it's just unfortunately not good. So my opinion is if you think VS Code is better than Sublime, you're probably really slow in your editor because, yeah, I cannot tolerate the degree to which VS Code slows down my workflow. Sublime is so much faster. The shortcuts make so much more sense. Functionality makes so much more sense. Here's like one reason that I hate VS Code. Say I wanted to go to like the create method on my sessions controller, right? So sessions controller create, right? If I want to get to this really quickly in Sublime, well, in VS Code, right, I can either hit Command P and then type sessions controller, then Command R, then create, right? That's not terrible. Or I can type Command-Shift-R, create, and scroll through hundreds of these until I find the sessions controller. Everything about this is better in Sublime. So in Sublime, if I want to get to the create method on a sessions controller, I just type Command P, ses control, oh, there it is. Then I just type the @ symbol, create. Oh, I'm there in like one step. I didn't have to open the command palette twice. Or I can just hit Command-Shift-R, type create. Oh, there's the create method. Now I can fuzzy search through all the files that have it, and I'm there right away. Way faster than it would be in VS Code. But anyways, I digress. So let's, we'll keep some of this junk around, I think, but we'll just try and scaffold out this new design. Okay, so let's comment out all this old stuff. I'm only going to keep it because like it works. You know, we have like the CSRF and the errors and the names on the fields and stuff. So that might be useful to reference. But let's think through how this is actually going to work. So if you look at this design, it looks like it's like more or less centered in the screen. So why don't we build it that way? We'll do like a div with like a min-h screen. That's probably a BG gray 100 or 200 background. Let's see. Gross. This is, Steve's been editing colors, so I don't know what colors things are anymore. I wonder if I can find it in here though. If I look in this file, maybe the colors are actually mapped to the symbols instead of, no, they're still not. Okay, that's unfortunate. So F4, we'll just have to look up here and just hope that we find it. Now these all are linked. All right. Let's import library. Where do we get that stuff from? Tailwind CSS colors. So with any luck, we should have the new colors here. So that's not right. So it's probably 100. Yeah. All right. So we're going to have a 100 background here. We're going to have some padding and stuff, but we can figure that out kind of as we go. And then inside here, we're going to have another element that's going to have the logo, which I'll have to figure out where that even is stored. I'm not sure if we actually have it as an image. Tailwind UI logo. It's probably this, actually. Let's see, SVG preview. Okay, that'll work. So we'll just grab that as an image. Tailwind UI logo.svg. And after the image, I guess we'll just have a p tag, log into your account. And then we'll do a form, and I guess we'll just copy this. And then we have some kind of like this like joined input thing. So something that I thought would be kind of fun to try is a lot of this stuff we've kind of built. So if you look at like input groups, for example, I have a bunch of these like already designed for Tailwind UI itself. And what we have here is like pretty similar to this inputs with shared borders example. So I'm just going to copy that and use that as a starting point, I think. So we get a lot more than we need. So we don't need this legend. We don't need this field set because we're not actually grouping them, which means you only really need like this stuff. So we don't need this element because it's just a short one. We don't actually need this to be width 1/2 because it's going to be a full width one. So I think we can actually probably simplify this to just be like this. Depends where actually the borders are. Where do the borders live? Okay, yeah. So we can simplify this to just be like this. And then we just got to change this to rounded BMD since we're doing like a full width thing. And we don't need this MT2 because again, this is simpler. which means we probably don't need like this extra div or this one or this one. Is prettier not working on this for me right now? Probably not. Great. Okay, so let's just see like, yeah, so there we go. Now we've got like most of that working, although it doesn't look like we're quite getting the focus styles for the bottom of this. So that's probably a Z index thing. Oh, so see we have focus Z10. I think the problem is if you look at our Tailwind config file, I don't have focus styles turned on for Z index. So let's make sure that we do that. So we'll do Z index, responsive, hover, focus, I think. Stuff that I realized is actually pretty useful. All right, so let's see after that compiles. Yeah, so now like we've got the focus styles working. And we'll have to constrain this to some reasonable width. So let's take a look at kind of the general width that Steve has here. So he's got 420, which is like 26.25 rem. So if we look at the Tailwind site for max width, so it's probably going to be max width MD with some padding. It's probably going to get us close. So let's do that. We'll go class max width MD with full PX6 or something like that, and just kind of see what we get. All right. And since we want this to be centered, I think we're going to want to do flex, item center, justify center. All right, so there we go. And card number and stuff, that's not going to be correct. So we'll change this label to email address and password. Make sure this is a type of password and a type of email. I'll change this placeholder to email address as well. And this to password. All right, OBS just crashed. This is the second time this happened to me using Catalina. OBS seems to be dog shit. So hopefully we survive for the next one here. I'm refreshing. Hopefully this is still going and it picked up on the same stream. Okay, so I think we're okay. I don't think we got a new link or anything. That's kind of a bummer. So hopefully we don't keep having that problem. Okay, so one thing I'm noticing is I feel like I don't have the new colors in here. So if you look at like what we've got in the browser here, like these are kind of the cooler grays, which look really good, but we decided that we're going to make the grays going forward a little bit more neutral. That's what we have here. Because in experimenting with a bunch of different color schemes for Tailwind UI, we found that Tailwind's really saturated existing grays are a little less versatile. So we're going to still have like a set of really cool grays, but we also put together a slightly more neutral set that we think is pretty nice too. So I'm going to import these into Tailwind. Let's just see, are these in order? No, they're not. So we got 200, 300 is up there, so we should drag that down to here. 300, 400, 500, 600, 700 needs to come down one. 800, 900. Okay, so now if I grab all these and copy as CSS, we can get these colors pretty quickly. So we'll just paste these in. I'm just going to grab everything that says rectangle, delete, 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 lowercase these, copy those. So these are in order from 50 to 900. So if we go here, we can find our colors and we can just say gray. So we'll override the grays with these new grays. So we're going to want to do, I'll just paste these in and kind of fix the formatting a bit. Wrap them in quotes, stick this at the beginning. And then here we need to basically just do text pastry. Do a range. Oh, that didn't work. Range. So the range should start, we'll just start it at 0. And text pastry is not as good, by the way, in VS Code as it is in Sublime. But this should work. So with any luck, we should see this update to like our more neutral. All right, OBS crashed again. So we're back though, hopefully. I'll just have to keep reopening it and starting the stream. If this happens, if it crashes one more time, I'm just gonna give up, and I'll have to find some better software to use going forward, unfortunately. All right. All right, just crashed again. So, you know what? This is probably just not going to work, unfortunately. So I'm going to cut this one, sadly, and I'm going to explore some other software and see if I get some better results. I know Ecamm Live seems like a pretty good solution. So I'm going to check that out, and maybe if I can get something set up fast enough, then we can try again. Maybe in an hour or something. So sorry about that. Just having really bad luck with the tools here today. Twitch, does Twitch even have like a tool for streaming? Like when I used Twitch, I used OBS with Twitch, just like I'm using with YouTube. So it's not a Twitch or YouTube type of problem. It's OBS. All right, I will do my best to get something sorted out, and hopefully we can try again soon. All right. Sorry, guys. Thanks.